Welcome back. In this section, we are going to start case study. Let's go a level deeper and try to understand how would we be using this UX principle or design principle. Now, before looking into anything which is mentioned here, so let's think about a solution for which we need to design the UI and the entire flow for the application. So let's consider the simple sales order application. So what happens in a sales order application? You are having a simple sales order. This goes for approval, and once it's approved, then it goes to the payment part where the payment will be released to the vendor for the procurement item which you purchased. So one supervisor who is responsible for approving the sales order will be seeing the sales order, and every sales order has a header item. So this is the header. So this is like a bill which you get. So bill has a header details, which dates it is generated, what is the ID of it, and details regarding that, and what is the vendor this correspond to and for what purpose. And it has the line item details. So this line item details will be telling what are all the items involved in the sales order, and this approver or supervisor, in your case your user, will be approving the sales order after seeing the details, and then the payment will be released, and the vendors will be able to see the sales order from a read level for which they have the access to see, or the sales order which corresponds to their items. Now, how would you design the mobile user interface? Don't see any details here. Just think from your side how the sales order should be displayed to our supervisor here. So your supervisor here, which is responsible for approving or rejecting any sales order payment, or maybe they are going for the next phase where it would be then procured, how the supervisor will be seeing the items in his or her dashboard when they use this application. Try to come up with some ideas. Try to build and design the UI without seeing anything. Try to go a little outside the box and put yourself in the shoes of the supervisor. How would you show that details? People who are already experienced with the order to cash process, they should be having a complete understanding about the process. But people who are not, just take this simple example that you have to show the sales order which has header level details and multiple line item in it, and then on approval of the supervisor, the payment get released. So just simple steps. How would you design the UI? Just think about it and take some moment, and then we come back and discuss that with how would you do it of the UX and UI principles of Fiori guidelines.